This is a first pass review of a new Makita DHS 900. It's a 235mm circular saw. Sorry for the noise in the background, there's a sports day going on and some clown with a megaphone is making a real noise. Anyway, it's a video on this new saw. That's it there, that's the box. And I'm going to compare it to the old saw, which is called, the old saw is a 190. And it's called, how's it called? It's called a DHS 710. And according to this, I've had it since 2014. It's got two 18-volt batteries, 36-volt, very good saw, but a bit small. And the first thing I noticed, is the new saw. This bit here, which I thought was aluminium on this saw, it's plastic on the new one. It's different colours, grey instead of silver, and it looks like plastic. But on further inspection, I think this may not be aluminium. Although it feels cold to the touch and it looks like aluminium, the bits that are scraped off here suggest it's actually plastic. So maybe I was just thinking it was aluminium. This as well I think is plastic. The guard for the blade is plastic, although it looks aluminium. And also on this, it's got a little plastic bit to pull the blade guard up for a bit of manual override, and it's got a fixed vent for the dust to come out all over you. Now the new one, the 235, bigger saw, it first of all doesn't have the lever here. The guard is plastic for sure, and then the bit underneath, the whatever you call this bit underneath the saw, it's definitely plastic. It's very much lighter in feel. It's grey, it's no longer silver, and it's got the track guide here. Those are the first immediate differences. It's also got an adjustable exhaust for the sawdust, so you can move this around. I think it can. I might be wrong. It doesn't look as if it moves. The motor doesn't look much bigger. It's the motor in the old one. The motor in the new one looks like a similar sized motor actually. And that's the initial look at it. It is. Let's look at them side by side. See the difference in size. Can we see the difference in size? They're actually not that different in size. The one difference is that the old one, the 190, it's got these batteries mounted at an angle to get them out of the way, which is quite a good feature. The new one doesn't. The batteries are in line. And they're not at an angle, so the handling is going to be quite different on this saw. It means you're going to be sitting at more, I don't know, maybe it's to do with the size of the blade. Maybe because the blade's bigger, you cannot have it at an angle. Let's turn this one around as well, the old one. I'll tell you something, the old one is noticeably lighter. Much easier to handle. The old one, the new one. Maybe that's because the fence is down. Let's just move the fence and see if the angle is just an illusion. Bear with me. Move this down to there. No, there's still a substantial angle there, even in the in the full depth position of the blade. And in this one it's definitely different. If I had to say anything, I would say that probably the older one is more ergonomic. The old one's got a nice cap here on the end that you can remove to get to the motor. This black cap, the new one hasn't got it. It looks to me like the new one is a cheaper construction. I mean, they do cost about the same, or they did, 300 odd quid. But the old one to me just looks like a better ergonomic design, some extra features like the lever on the blade guard. In fact, you can remove that to get to the motor, the angled battery. The new one's just a much more kind of ordinary looking product. They haven't even bothered making this base plate look metal like the old one did. It still could be metal, but I don't think it is. I think it's just sprayed. And that's a very quick look at these two machines. The old one being the DHS 710 and the new one being the DHS 900. It's difficult in this sunlight with all this racket to do this properly, but there's the two saws side by side. Actually, they're not side by side. That's them side by side. The background to this is I've got a deep cut to make. I've got a bit of oak I'm cutting. It's 200 mils altogether, 100 mil both sides. Neither of these saws will do it. The 190 almost got me halfway there. The 235 will get me a good bit of the way there. There'll be some hand sawing to do on the last inch. The alternative was to buy the corded 270, which would have done it, but I didn't want a corded saw. A lot of hassle, cables and everything. But I'll bet you it's better made than these two saws. I bet it's all metal and I bet it's tougher. And there's a new 40 volt 270, but it's 600-700 quid by the time you buy batteries. So this bigger 235 is a compromise. I have no idea if I've got the right solution here or not. I'll try it, I'll see how it goes. I still fancy trying the 270 corded. I'd love the 270 40 volt, but I just don't have the money. So that's where I'm at the moment.